he's the last guy. So whether we both agree with him, or we both disagree, or whether one agrees, whether he disagrees, he's making that final decision and going with it. And then I mean just going with it. He's just like, okay, we're doing this, and everyone, and that's it. And it's like, dude, no, you don't understand. Like, I wrote this goddamn thing. Oh, it's changed. Right, this is not working for me. This isn't working. And I told you one of the arguments I've had with him is like, the performance feels like 99% of the time. Once the director's like, okay, well, we're going to go with this, and just goes with it, I'll still have this look on my face like, dude, you don't understand, we both just disagree. Even if that's a good example. There'll be times when we do both disagree with him. But once the director goes and cracks his whip and goes in the other direction, I'll still have this look like, dude, you kidding me? And he'll be like, well, okay.
See, I think that's just it. I think it's your tone, Matt. I think, are you kidding me? That kind of thing. It just sort of makes it hard to go back and then address it again when that's what you're putting out there.
I agree, but I don't understand how you can. You can be on my side when we disagree, but then he says, you know, that's not going to work. We're going to go here, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Well, because he's the one seeing what's happening. So.
But at the end of the day,
we have to trust him on some level. We brought him in because we trusted him.
He gave him too much trust, and he's just running. He's just running.
Had either of you or both of you worked with him before?
I have.
Yeah. Okay. And you're not here. Okay. And it seems that there might be a clash between your actor self and your writer self, that under different circumstances, if the play was not yours and you were just in it, you might be more willing to hear what the director.
I would absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I would absolutely agree with that. Yeah.
And when you started rehearsal, did you talk about that with him? How much power did you endow him with? You know, what?
We didn't. For me, anyway, this is definitely just my opinion. He came in, you know, I loved it. He came in with a totally different attitude. Like I said, very energetic director, very dominant personality. Was totally into it. All these ideas he was throwing out.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, the issue was like all these ideas that he was throwing out. Apparently, they weren't ideas. They were things that he was doing.
Okay.
And I didn't know that until we hired him. We got half of the rehearsal process, and I'm looking at this guy like, you know, my man, you know, this we're creative teams. I just feel like I lost the reins, and then I felt like I couldn't communicate with him anymore because I just felt like he was totally on board with this guy, like he was coming in someone like a director.
Do you feel like the team has been?
No, not really. I mean, kind of listening to what I'm saying, I feel like maybe, well, we've lost this sort of the times when we would write this play and then we would work on it. We're separate, and now it seems like it's three people in a room trying to act, direct, and write all together.
I don't know if the calendar's stressful too. I have a feeling that's probably part of it. This is like every day, you know, you wake up and X another day on the calendar.
Right.
Like, still, we're only a month away, so I'm sure that has to do with a bit of my irritability, you know, and sure.
At the end of the day, it's us two that are standing up there.
That's a good point. That's definitely a good point. We're up there.
So I understand.
You know.
So there are three different roles in the rehearsal. There's the actors, the writers, and the directors, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you feel like everybody's doing a little bit of everything? Except for the director who's not acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No, I know what you mean.
Do you think the roles are being confused?
Well, it's not that they're confused, it's that there's no, like, it's so hard to, like, write something while you're acting in it.
Yeah, and then you have this third party guy who's going against my grain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm, you know, writing is a whole mental process.
Yeah.
Acting's another, and then I have this guy over here who I don't particularly trust anymore, who's leading me in another direction. So.
Well, yeah, and Kevin just, you know, we'll try something, and if it's good, go for it right away. Maybe we need to slow down. It's hard to slow down, though.
Matt, would you be willing to speak about the rehearsal process from Andy's perspective? How you see, how he sees how things are going? Does that make sense?
Kind of. I mean, like, explain what I see of him when in the rehearsal place.
Explain what you think he's feeling and thinking.
Well, I mean, he hasn't wavered from his creative energy since the beginning of the project. I give him that. Like, there's no laziness, there's no fatigue, there's no nothing like that. I think think we're into it just as much as we were at the beginning. You know, particularly when we're acting, we're focused. We're not writing usually on spec, we're not on the spot. Usually we're bringing ideas in. And sometimes we'll throw things out, but I'm working right then and there. But you know, we have notebooks to the side. We're constantly running through and rolling things down and stuff like that. And then again, my only complaint is the stuff that I brought up before. That you know, when we do come to a roadblock in the middle of the scene or in the middle of the direction or whatever, and we have to have these conversations in the rehearsal. I mean, it could be me too. Maybe I'm the odd guy out. I don't know. It could be me. I feel like it never resolves the way I hope it would. And so I watch him and I'm like, dude, we talked about that differently 2 weeks ago. And now here we are, and we agree with this client. So, you know.
And can you do the same?
What was it, really?
Sure, talk about the rehearsal process from Matt's perspective.
Right. Well, from Matt's perspective, how I see it from Matt's perspective.
Right, that's what I'm
is
asking
that
for.
He comes in, you know, we always start really excited, we warm up, everybody's really into it, and then, you know, something will go weird, or something will try something, or just, you know, trying something, and it just, things get really cold. I don't know how if that's from my perspective, but I feel like he comes in and feels like everyone's turning against him and just sort of shuts down. And I know he wants to be there, but it, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't want to, this is going to sound really, well, I mean, you know, we have similar interests in the topic. We do, but from definitely different angles. I mean, you know, Andy's gay, I'm gay, I'm not. The director is gay, I'm not. I don't, maybe I'm just feeling insecure, like I'm getting tagged against, you know, maybe that they're looking at me like, I don't have any understanding of the subject, so how the hell could my opinion hold any weight? How could, you know, my creative outlook hold any weight? Because, you know, where the hell am I coming from?
I don't think it's that necessarily that people don't think that you have perspective, but I feel like when you start bullying gays, when we're working on a play about bullying gays, it's really awkward, and I kind of look at you sometimes like, where is this anger coming from? It just is completely opposite of the point.
Is it to say that I wouldn't bully the same way if you guys weren't gay guys and this wasn't a show?
Well, I don't think so, but I don't know.
I mean, my attitude, my anger just comes from my true feelings about the direction of this play. If I was working with a couple of straight people on a straight play, I think it's just me.
Yeah.
I would act the same way. Again, I'm admitting, maybe it's my insecurity that I think you guys are maybe tagging up on me, but...
Maybe, but you don't come off as insecure. You come off as very secure, so it's scary to look around sometimes. To argue with you.
Well, we're just about out of time, so I kind of wanted to recap a little bit. I think we've found some good common ground, or expressed some good common ground about why you're doing the play. It's very important to both of you. It's deeply personal. I think that you both want to get through this with your friendship intact. I think that's very important. And we're going to do that. We're going to find a way to do that. What I'd like you to do, we're going to schedule some time